Hi, welcome to the GF channel. Last time I showed you how I used in the back brackets from GW to actually upgrade the disc brakes. What I didn't show you that I got also from GW these shocks. We're interested in the springs, so the shocks are the same, but the springs have an additional coil. And this is good because these are old, as are those, and that's why you see those rubber things that I have actually placed to try to limit the car from lowering itself, because my tires actually go they stick out a bit and they rub. And I've also added some crap here trying to make it better, and everything is rusty as hell. So in this episode I'm going to change this, and I'm also improving the rust situation here, and I'm going to still use my shocks, just going to grab those springs, which should be stiffer. They're old as well, but they should be stiffer by design. So I should end up with probably stiffness of new springs here, but way cheaper. We'll see. It might turn out as a the cheapest option, a video for cheaper option. We'll see. Now I'm waiting for this to actually it's a rust converter. It needs to do its job in 3 hours. Then use this undercoat, spray it there, wait for it again, and after that, by that time I'm going to switch those. I've ordered new rubber for here because that's crap, new bushing because this one is crap, and it's on its way. So everything should be brand new, except of course the shocks and the springs, but the springs should be from the GW. Let's see how it goes. And here's the difference between the two springs when they are not loaded. You can see the new one is a little bit higher, not by much though, not by much. Okay, notes on assembly. You see this one right here, this is a little bit taller than the rest. You can see it like so. This is where you should seat your spring, in here. So when you place it and start turning, it just stops turning at some point. This is it. That's the way it's supposed to be. The same way it has it at the bottom, you also have it at the top. And now with these, which have 4 spokes only for the hatchback, these have a little bit, these are a little bit interesting on how they mount. Let me turn on the torch with this one. So here you can actually feel this one. There's a lot more material than in here on that side, and that's because this is the same here. You can see how thick is this thing, but there's almost nothing here. So the shape of the car is the same, a lot in here, a little here. So when mounting this to the shock, you will need to actually align it so the more material is at the back, and actually see those nudges here and here. Those two are also here for those nuts, those two nuts, this one and this one. So let's assemble it. And everything is assembled. All the spring, I have also changed this dust collector or whatever, dust protector. The spring is with the many counts, the 5 or whatever. So we'll see. I'll drive it a bit before showing you how tall it is. Okay, I have lots of not so heavy stuff in the trunk, not so heavy, and you can see I'm not happy with the clearance I get, definitely not happy. Both sides are the same, so springs are about the same. Yeah. Okay, I'll get new springs. The main point is springs from GW work. They should be stiffer as well. I'll just order new ones. And the parts are here. This one is on 200 kilometers, so I'm not going to change it. But new springs, new shocks. Both of them Monroe. Now, that brand is a good brand. That's the first reason I got it for. The other reason, which is the main reason, is that's the only brand I could find. So, parts are getting short, not good. 626 is becoming harder to actually support. So, I'm going to place this one on this one, but I want to show you two things first. Now take a look at this one. This is a difference how the hose, the brake hose, is inserted into the shock. Take a look at the old one. It's a 90-degree angle. Now this one is better because it's easier to hammer it. So when you're here, you have to hammer from here, from the new on the new shock, and from here on the old shock. This is much easier, much easier. So stock ones better. Now, but stock ones are dead. You can actually see this one. I have to lift it and the weight to actually extend it. That's not good. It's not supposed to be like that. Let me show you the new one. So this is the new one. There is a metal piece here that holds it, and once you unplug it, let me hold it with my feet because otherwise I don't know what's going to happen. So unplug it and it raises by its own. After unplugging it, I've already done that, but you need to press it. I can't even press it. I have to stand up and press it with two hands a few times and then install it and then place this one in. And because I did the other one, there will be issues with installing here because the stress will be too high. This will be extended so much that you won't be able to plug in those two bolts. Those are always hard to plug in, but with new springs and new struts, they're almost impossible. I used two jacks, not that type, but the car jacks, two of those to be able to insert it. I'm going to show you in a bit. Okay, so let's assemble. Okay, same thing here. This is so strong that you cannot place those bolts in. This one and this one. Usually what you do is you use something like that and pray it on this side while plugging in from that side. And once you have the two, you start wiggling the whole thing so you can plug them in. The wiggling part, good, but you cannot do the first part to actually put them in, because this is so strong that it's just not possible. I already screwed my hand. Not possible. So, what you do is you place something here I use a jack because it's adjustable instead of searching for the right size object. Place it there so it's tight, and then use another jack to lift that part. And when you start lifting, things are going to align like that. Easy. You don't have to smash your hands out, but make sure you do add something here, otherwise it squishes and it twists. You need to add something there and then pull, get up from here. And these should be easy to place afterwards. And the installation is complete. To make things better visually, we'll see about non-visual part, I have placed aluminum nuts. Now these are quite lighter, so if I turn on the measuring thingy, I will now place 5, the 5 which I have used, one being those secret stuff that you cannot easily remove. So this is 291 grams. 291 grams for this one. Let me show you 5 of the new ones. How are they comparing? So these are 5 of the new ones. 117. So more than half the weight. And keep in mind, this one is also a little bit lighter, than the regular nut. And they look awesome. I have smacked them with the where is it? With the Parkside. It says on the Parkside for 400 right here. Come on, focus. 400 Newton meters, but I don't believe it. Even with the big battery, fully charged, holding it for 15 seconds, it doesn't do that. But it's more than enough, and it's more than any repair shop is going to do anyhow, so I'm happy. Should hold the time. Still, I don't trust the Chinese, so the front ones I'm going to do at a later point when I see the back ones are good. Okay, now let's see how I'm going to test with the weight. Currently, this one I can fit my fist here, let's say 4 fingers. Probably when I actually drive it, it's going to lower, but before that I'm actually going to probably sit on it and see what the difference will be. Okay, so I have placed this hammer here, which is a little bit probably more than my finger, which last time I barely fit. So if this time this is not falling, it's good. I'm going to sit on 75 kilos, and I'm going to sit at the angle, so at the edge of the trunk. Sorry. I'm going to sit there, which should give better leverage than the last time. So I'm expecting harder results. Let's see. Now I'm sitting at the edge. 75 kilos. Last time it was 75 kilos, something like that, when actually everything was in the trunk, which is better. I cannot actually see, I'll see later on the video how it is, but I don't see the hammer falling, which is actually very good. Let's shake a bit. So I'm jumping. Okay, let me stand on it and jump standing, because it's better. This is me standing and jumping on the car. 75 kilos. Jumping at the edge of the car. Well, I believe it's way better. Way better. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit subscribe. I will be posting more videos soon. Bye bye.